Next up, come inside the finished homes from the Block 2020. I can't wait to get a tour of this one. It's House 5 by Jimmy and Tam.
Now, this is one of my personal favourites. Being a tiler, it's so exciting to see how brave they've been with their tile selection. You played a big part in that, right? But have you ever seen the finished product? I know you're in the store.
I haven't. This is the first time I'm seeing it, and this floor is magnificent.
It's a bold terrazzo, isn't it? I haven't seen just the black and white. I'm really digging the vibe.
Yeah, so bold and, yeah, perfect as an entrance tile as well.
I think they've done really well contrasting the terrazzo against the vertical timber lines as well.
Yeah, and with the little gold accents everywhere and the chandelier, it's just stunning, and it's definitely got a wow factor, that's for sure.
I think Jimmy and Tam really lucked in with the 1950s style.
I
Obviously,
agree.
Palm Springs, you can be a bit more bold and brave with your colour selection.
Yep.
Let me show you this ensuite. I love it.
Yeah, cool.
They've done extremely well in here with the use of the skylight.
And the whole room is absolutely beautiful. Isn't there supposed to be an ensuite in here?
Well, I'm glad you asked. This is James Bond to a T.
Oh,
Check
wow.
this out.
That is cool.
I love the hidden door.
Yeah, that is absolutely unexpected, but so cool when you do open those doors and you get that pop of the green and the blues in there. Unreal.
Absolutely.
It was so easy for Tam to pick as well. She'd come in with the little chip of the green basin and she knew immediately what she wanted, which made my life so much easier at Beaumont's, but it also made her decisions quite easy in this room too.
But it's not the only pop of colour they've used, right? They've gone with pinks and turquoise.
They have very 50s colours. So they've done the obviously the blues and the greens and that sort of thing as we've seen so far, but also with the pinks in the other ensuite as well. Unreal, just perfectly 50s, perfectly tied in. Same sort of style as this ensuite, just with the vertical lines, which is really, really cool. Same sort of colour pattern and variation as well. So in this one, they do half height in the green, but then they go up into the shower to define that shower space and make the shower a little bit more sort of defined as a separate area, but then makes that room look a lot bigger too.
Well, it gives it that sense of height, doesn't it? The way it continues towards the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, you've already got huge ceilings in there, but it does make it look even bigger.
Tam, as we know, she's a pretty vibrant person, right? She's very exciting, very lovable.
Yep, and her style is 50s. The way she dresses and things like that as well, it's all 50s. It's the theme that she's got going on, and she's definitely taken that on, and she's done so well in creating areas that still look really modern. You wouldn't even know that they were sort of, you know, having to start with that 50s theme.
Well, these two were an absolute powerhouse on the show.
Yep.
I think they won more rooms than anyone else. He was the most organised, probably one of the hardest workers to ever be on the block, only second to me, of course. They've been really brave. They backed themselves. I think that's what you have to do, right? If you're going to make bold choices like this, you do need to back yourself.
Yep.
And it's paid off in
Got to
spades.
do it with confidence, most definitely, because if you don't do it with confidence, it shows in the final design, because it shows that you haven't quite thought about every single little detail, but you can tell every single thing has thought behind it in all of these rooms.
Do you know what's incredible? Is they've managed to find these pendant lights with the same colour terrazzo as the tiles.
Yep, and it matches everywhere throughout then. The floors, the upstairs bathroom, it then just continues seamlessly with the same terrazzo colours.
I am obsessed with being consistent, right? Yet somehow Jimmy and Tam, every bathroom we've seen is different, yet it all ties in.
It does, very well. And all the terrazzo colours, they all pair to tiny little accents accent somewhere or another that just makes it all work quite well as a whole.
Well, it's like this mint joinery here, how it ties into the ensuite in the first bedroom.
Yep. So the colours, both from this cabinet colour and this cabinet colour, tie in with that tile in the first room. So everything does relate back to something else in this house.
It's insane to think, isn't it? They had to make every selection for the rest of the house in like a matter of a few days.
Yep.
I know, obviously, you can make a choice on our season where you could take a tile back, you could change a vanity, but they didn't have that option here. It just, whatever they chose at the time, that was it, and it had to be right.
Pretty much, yeah. So there was a few minor changes down the track, but majority of it was selected in the space of about 2 days. So they came in and, you know, each had a couple of hours with me to sort of go through and select for everything else. So it included the studio bathrooms, included everything. So, you know, trims, grouts, glues, they ordered everything in the one day and had everything delivered here so that the block could be in a lockdown.
Having been on the show and experienced the service that Beaumont Tiles offers, we cannot thank you enough. On behalf of all the contestants, you've helped so many of us before, and we hope to see you next year as well.
Will do. Back stronger than ever next year.